When I woke up this morning, I made myself a cup of coffee and then jumped online to have a look at all of the new San Diego Comic-Con action figure reveals from Hasbro, and I was expecting to be able to have a good laugh at quite a lot of them. And don't get me wrong, there definitely was some pretty silly reveals, but there was also some really cool ones, and I was quite surprised when my favourite reveal of the day actually came from the Hasbro Marvel Legends team.
Come with me, toy fans.
Hey toy fans, my name is Tony and welcome back to the Analog Toys YouTube channel. I'm sure most of you will agree with me when I say that X-Men Origins Wolverine is one of the worst superhero movies ever made, certainly one of the worst X-Men movies ever made. But that film does have one single redeeming quality, and it is that incredible credit sequence montage where we see Logan and Sabretooth battling through all of these different conflicts from the 19th and 20th centuries. And that image of a World War II era Wolverine getting off the landing craft at Omaha Beach is one of the most iconic Wolverine moments from the X-Men franchise. So when I saw the reveal of the World War II comic Logan from the Hasbro Marvel Legends team, I got very, very excited, and I immediately decided that I needed this figure in my collection. I'm probably going to sound like a broken record at this point, as I've continually said over the last year or so that I'm no longer really into modern action figures. And when my Marvel Legends collection took a dump off the shelf during that classic episode of the 3POA podcast, that was me putting a symbolic end to my Marvel Legends collecting run.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Admittedly, they do pull me back in from time to time, like with the recent release of Rom the Space Knight. I just couldn't say no to that figure. And I feel the same way about this World War II Logan. This figure's been designed with OD green fatigues. He has boots and gaiters and a really nicely sculpted webbing setup that has ammo pouches for the Thompson submachine gun. Now, the Thompson submachine gun and the combat knife have been reused from both versions of the Marvel Legends World War II Captain America figures that have been released. Obviously, we got the Captain America with the motorcycle. That figure came with a all-black version of the Thompson. And then we got the movie 2-pack of Captain America and Peggy Carter with a painted version of the Thompson, which was this time issued to Peggy Carter. But what looks to be a completely new accessory is the military satchel, and this is a really nice addition, and I'm very interested to see how well this comes off when the final product is revealed, because I may have to buy a few spares of these just to be able to use that satchel with a few other figures. Now, I particularly like the head sculpt that has been presented here. I really like the design of Logan's hairstyle in this image. And I appreciate the fact that the helmeted version of this character is offered to us by way of an alternate head rather than a removable helmet, because given the size of his hair, if you were to put a removable helmet on him, the thing would end up looking like a gigantic bucket. Also included with this figure is a few alternate hands, but the ones shown on the figure here are what Dwight Stahl calls metal strap-on claws, which is an odd choice because at this point in Wolverine's continuity, he would have the bone claws and not the adamantium claws. But that nitpick aside, I do like the fact that they've been designed to strap around his hands with an OD green fabric. Overall, I think this is a really spectacular offering. And you would have to be some kind of rocket scientist at this point to be able to figure out exactly how many different Wolverine action figures that Hasbro have made at this point for their Marvel Legends line, with variation upon variation upon variation. In fact, this World War II Logan wasn't the only Wolverine figure announced on this very day at San Diego Comic-Con. They also revealed an X-Men 97 version of Wolverine. Yet when you make a variation of a classic character like Wolverine and you make it as different as this, I have no complaints whatsoever. But I must hold my hands up and say, I'm an ex-soldier, so of course, that's why the aesthetic of this particular action figure appeals to me personally. Since I called it quits on Marvel Legends last year, I've spent a lot of time deciding whether or not I should hang on to my collection or if I would eventually sell it off one day. I am probably going to sell off the vast majority of it. Of course, I'm going to keep my Incredible Hulk figures because Hulk's my boy. But the other core grouping of Marvel Legends that I don't think I could ever let go of are my World War II themed characters. And I believe that I have almost every one that Hasbro has ever produced. I have the World War II Captain America with the motorcycle. I have the movie 2-pack of Captain America and Peggy Carter from the first Avenger. One of my absolute favourites is the What If version of Captain Carter, paired up with the Hydra Stomper, which is a very frustrating toy, even if Hasbro did absolutely nail the design and appearance. I just love the Hydra Stomper. I also include in my collection of World War II Marvel characters the action figure of Union Jack. And I'm really hoping that sooner or later we get an updated version of this character from the Marvel Legends team. Now, there's a couple of reasons why I don't think I will ever get rid of my World War II themed Marvel characters. Firstly, it's because, as I said, I'm an ex-soldier and I just like that military aesthetic. But I also love the way that this grouping of figures displays together. And the prospect of being able to add a World War II era Wolverine to this collection is just tantalizing, and I cannot resist it. I have got to get my hands on this action figure. Now, as I said, I do believe that I have every kind of World War II themed Marvel Legend character released by Hasbro so far, not including the villains. I know there's a lot of different Hydra characters and stuff like that out there. I've only ever opted to pick up 2 versions of Red Skull. And once again, I actually prefer the What If version of this character. I just really like that long black trench coat. But I'm not particularly interested in collecting any other sort of Hydra characters to go with this display, because I would really like to see my World War II era Captain America and my hopefully eventual acquisition of a World War II era Logan. I want to see them fighting World War II German soldiers. And I know there's no chance in hell that Hasbro's ever going to offer us World War II German troops for our superheroes to do battle with. But I am supremely confident that we're going to get those action figures from Valorverse with their new Action Force 1944 line. And I can't wait to set up a display of World War II Captain America and World War II Logan punching the crap out of some Nazis. So what did you think of the San Diego Comic-Con reveal of the Marvel Legends World War II Logan? Is this an action figure that you're going to be picking up for your collection, or is it an easy pass? Let me know in the comments below, and this is Tony from Analog Toys, signing off.
Go fuck yourself, San Diego.